All right, let's talk about something that's literally right under your feet, your lawn. And we're going to talk about why the next 30 days, right now, are probably the most critical period of the entire year for it. Seriously, what you do in this window is going to make or break your lawn this summer. So you gotta ask yourself, when the summer heat really hits, is your lawn gonna thrive or is it just gonna survive? Are you picturing that beautiful, lush green carpet, or are you already dreading those dry, brown, struggling patches? That's the real question. And here's the crazy part. The answer to that question, it's not decided in July when it's scorching hot. Nope. It's being decided right now, in this little 30-day window. So, okay, let's get into exactly why this time is so important. So right now, your lawn is going through this massive transition. Think of it like it's shifting gears. It's moving out of that easy, breezy spring green-up phase and getting serious. It's all about preparing for summer. This is where you build the foundation for a lawn that can handle the stress. And underneath the grass, there's a whole lot going on. I mean, it's basically a battleground down there. The soil's warming up, which is waking everything up. Your grass's roots are getting active, which is great, but so are all the things you don't want. Weeds are popping up, fighting for space and food, and pests are starting to hatch. It's a real fight for resources. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because not all lawns are playing the same game right now. You've got two totally different strategies depending on what kind of grass you have. On one side, you've got your warm season grasses, like Bermuda or Zoysia. They're just waking up and getting ready for their peak growing season. But on the other side, you've got the cool season grasses, like Fescue, and they're doing the exact opposite. They're actually slowing down, trying to get ready for survival mode. So a one-size-fits-all plan? No way. It just doesn't work. Okay, so let's tackle the warm season lawns first. If you've got Bermuda or Zoysia, your lawn is waking up, stretching, and getting ready to grow like crazy. For you, right now, it is absolutely go time. Your game plan is basically a three-pronged attack, and it's all about building strength. We're talking about fertilization, liquid aeration, and getting ahead of the weeds. Let's break down each one. First up, fertilizer. Now, the goal here isn't just about turning the grass green. It's about encouraging it to spread out, sideways, to get thicker. A dense, thick lawn is your #1 defense against weeds, because it literally just crowds them out. But here's the key, and you really got to remember this. More is not always better. Pumping it with too much fertilizer can actually do more harm than good. All right, next up, liquid aeration. And listen, if you feel like your lawn is always struggling, this might be the missing piece of the puzzle. Over time, your soil gets all packed down and compacted. It's like it's suffocating your roots. Aeration, especially a liquid one, helps to loosen all that up. It gives the roots room to breathe, lets water and nutrients get down deep, and encourages a stronger, deeper root system. And number 3, weed control. You have to think of weeds as direct competition for your grass. They're stealing water, they're stealing nutrients, everything your grass needs to thrive. Getting a handle on them now, before they go crazy and spread everywhere, makes a huge difference for the rest of the summer. All right, let's completely switch gears and talk about cool season lawns. If you've got fescue, forget everything we just said. Your game plan is the total opposite. You are not trying to push growth right now. You are switching into protection mode. It's all about defending the awesome lawn you have right now from all the stress summer is about to throw at it. So your action plan has 4 key parts, and every single one is about playing defense. We're going to talk about controlled fertilizing, preventing disease, managing soil moisture the smart way, and keeping a sharp eye out for bugs. So for fescue, yeah, you still want to fertilize, but you have to do it with a much, much lighter touch. If you hit it with heavy fertilizer now, you're forcing it to grow when it naturally wants to slow down. That just stresses it out. The goal is a light, slow-release feed. It'll keep the color nice and support the roots without pushing the plant too hard right before the heat hits. Okay, pay attention because this one is huge. As it gets hotter and more humid, fungal diseases, things like brown patch, they become a massive threat to fescue lawns. And here's the absolute key. You have to be preventative. You have to treat for it before you see a problem. If you wait until you actually see those ugly brown patches, trust me, it is way too late to avoid some serious damage. How you water also has to get a lot more strategic. Your goal should be deep but infrequent watering. Why? Because it actually trains the roots to dig deeper down into the soil to find water. And that makes the whole plant way more resilient to drought. You got to make sure that water is actually soaking in deep, not just sitting on top and running off. And finally, you got to be on insect patrol. Pests like grubs are getting active right about now, and they absolutely love munching on grass roots. A simple preventative treatment can protect that root system and stop those weird thinning dead patches from showing up out of nowhere later in the summer. So you can see whether you have a warm season or a cool season lawn, there's this underlying theme here, right? It's about a fundamental shift in how you think about your lawn. It's about getting out of that cycle of, oh no, something's wrong, I gotta fix it, and getting into a mindset of always being prepared. And that's because, let's be honest, most of us, we take a reactive approach. We wait for a problem to pop up, and only then do we scramble to try and fix it. And man, the difference between these two mindsets is just night and day. The reactive person waits until the lawn is already turning brown, or until the weeds have completely taken over. The proactive person, they're managing soil moisture now. They're controlling weeds before they spread. They're preventing disease before it even starts. And trust me, it is always, always easier and cheaper to prevent the problem than it is to fix the damage. All of this really leads to a big question you should be asking yourself. When you think about your lawn, is it possible you've been asking the wrong question this whole time? See, the old question, the reactive one, is, ugh, why is my lawn struggling? It's a question you ask out of frustration when the damage is already there. The new question, the proactive one, is my lawn prepared for what's coming? See the difference? That question puts you in the driver's seat. It's all about readiness, not repair. And that really brings us to the single biggest takeaway from all of this. A great lawn doesn't just randomly fail in the middle of summer. It fails because it wasn't prepared back here in late spring. The fate of your summer lawn was sealed weeks, maybe even a month ago. So, as we wrap this up, I want you to think about this. Right now, your lawn is heading down one of two paths. It's either building strength, getting tougher, and preparing for summer, or it's slowly becoming more and more vulnerable to all that heat, drought, and disease. And the path it takes, that's determined by what you do in these next 30 days. So the choice is yours. Which will it be?